My name is Darren Dasburg. I'm CEO of Clarus Biologics. And I want to tell you our science story through a true story of a man named Mr. Zola, who came off a boat in 1890 in New York City. He had a large tumor on the back of his neck, a head and neck cancer, and he went to see Dr. William Cooley. Dr. Cooley, observing the man, realized there was very little that he could do for him, given the time and the condition he was in, and he told him that you probably have only weeks or months to live. You should start to think about getting your affairs in order. So Mr. Zola left. But a few years later, much to Dr. Cooley's surprise, Mr. Zola walked back to his office and had no tumor on his neck. Through a bit of history discussion, they found out that he had suffered a hemorrhagic fever, and that fever had triggered a rescission in that tumor somehow. This story really lit a fire and is the story that created the National Cancer Institute. It's one that lit a fire under our whole team to help pursue these kinds of treatments in the future and to try to speak the language of cancer. This is really the important message that the world is missing. Let me show you a specific analogy of this. If you have a package, you're the boss and you need a package delivered to you in New York City, do you go out and hire 100 delivery people, parachute them into Manhattan, and tell them to start knocking on doors until they get this? The answer is no. You would prefer to send a single individual with absolute tracking to you, make the absolute handshake, and acknowledge that. This represents exactly what's happening in the body. Today, therapies are delivered in huge doses and go to every cell of your body rather than just going to the ones that matter, the dendritic cells, the draining lymph nodes. This is exactly what Clarus has put together in the form of our virus-like particles, in that we can get much lower doses, we can get much higher efficacies, and we can bring more solutions to patients. This is founded on a lot of science that came out of research that Bob Johnson did through his university days. That $14.3 million of non-dilutive funding allowed us to put 10 years worth of data together in this to understand how this works. Beginning in 23, we brought on more money through seed funders, about 1.3 million, and today we're here looking for $5 million to try to get an understanding of how to get into the GMP manufacturer for this material such that we can use it in human beings. We got a great team with Bob and Peter, the founders of this company. We've got advisors that are top-notch. We have over 200 years of experience, 5 startups, 3 exits. We've got a Nobel Prize in one of our scientific advisors. We really can't beat the team that we put together. And we have all the foundations and the facilities together in Research Triangle Park to make this happen. We are now making these lab-type materials every day, and we can get on to making materials for human beings in the next year. With that, we're looking for $5 million that will lead us to an $8 million a year average return for just the initial years, and then it could get much better as our strategic partners pick up this technology and want to take it into larger venues and formats. We are really poised to do something great with this technology. I think that you would do well to look at our technology and to contact us at any time to talk about it further. Thank you.